Yo, it's Theo. Peace, everyone. Peace. How's it going again? We are back here with another video. And yes, I'm in the car one more time because it was raining outside. It's wet. I don't feel like going outside. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a nice day. Today, I am going to be talking about how to discover your purpose. Right? Let me talk about how to discover your purpose. Notice how I didn't say find your purpose. I said discover it. You don't find purpose. You don't find purpose like you find a dollar on the ground. You don't find purpose like you find a penny or you might find someone's phone or someone's wallet on the ground. You don't find purpose. You discover it. Right? A prime example of what discovery is. When you're reading a book, that is nothing more than a painting in words. As the great artist Van Gogh said, I dream my painting and then I paint my dream. So when you're reading, when you're looking into a book and you read it the second time, you're not seeing something in the book that you've never seen before. You're seeing something in yourself that you've never known before, that you never came across before, that you never discovered before. Right? With that being said, we must understand that what we read, what we draw, and what we say has a huge effect in our day-to-day lives. Right? You literally paint what you are envisioning. Imagination stems from the Latin imaginare, which means image of oneself. So when you're drawing, when you're writing, whatever you're doing, it's going to stem from your imagination, your self-image. Because how a person does one thing is how they do everything. So we must understand that in order to change our future, we have to change our habits. We have to change our circles. We have to change our diets. If you can show me your 5 friends, I can show you your future. Right? If you can show me your 5 friends, I can show you your future. I can tell you your future. How? Because based upon their habits and based upon what they're doing, it is a measurement of what they can do in the future. Because future is nothing more than a response to the present. And the past is nothing more than a result of the present. Because I am a result of my past thinking. I am the product of my environment. And how I think now is going to dictate what happens to me in the future. So the thinking that I do now is not going to get me to the dream I want, because we must understand that if you set a goal and you know how to do it, that means it's probably a bad idea. Why? Because the idea of a goal is to do things you've never done before. Go into the unknown, go into uncertainty, plunge into the void. Why? Because creation is born in the unknown, right? Faith is built in the uncertainty. How do you build faith? By studying. And when you study, that'll bring you greater awareness, and then you'll start to understand yourself more, right? Because you are the world. Literally, you are the world. We must understand that there is no world outside of us. Our perception of the world is a reflection of us. And how you feel about me is a reflection of you, because I am not what you think. You are what you think. I am not what I think of you. You are not what I think of you. I am what I think of you. With that being said, we must understand this, that our health is our wealth. Health is wealth. So with that being said, we have to understand this, that our skin replaces every 35 days. Our organs replace every 3 to 6 months. And our bones replace every 10 years. Memento mori, remember that you die. Understand this. Our time is limited, because time is precious, but nature is metal. So what I mean by that is this. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute, right? There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. There are 24 hours in 1 day. There are 7 days a week. There are 365 days in a year. And there are 54 weeks in a year. If you're lucky to live to your 100, you have 5,200 weeks to live. If you're 25 now, then you have 3,900 weeks to live. And if you're going to die at 70, that means you have 2,340 weeks to live. Right? So the science of getting rich is an exact science. Rich meaning realizing I create happiness. And what I mean by riches is getting what you want out of life. Excuse me. So we must understand that the person who started a gas station and wants to build it, and the person who got into the gas station industry and decided to build that industry within the gas station, that person is successful. Why? Because that's something they wanted to do. Right? Again, riches is getting what you want out of life. How you doing? Riches is getting what you want out of life. So we must understand that in order to be rich, you have to decide what you want. Because once you make a decision, the universe will conspire to work for you. With that being said, you cannot find the answers outside of yourself. All the answers are located in the mind. Right? All the answers are located in the gold mine. And the gold mine rests between the temples. Right? All answers are located there. Why or how? Because our mind is a magnet. We literally attract what we're thinking. If you're thinking abundance, you attract abundance. If you're thinking poverty, tough times, and lack limitations, you will turn poor. This is by law. This is a law of polarity. No matter how thin you slice the bread, there's still two sides of the bread. Right? Look. This is one coin. One singular coin. But there are two sides to this coin. And I just so happen to be the observer of the coin. Right? Not only are we the observers, but we're also the witnesses. We're also the watchers, the wanderers, right? The secret behind this idea is that we are consciousness. We are energy. We are gods in disguise. And once you realize that you are a god with amnesia, well, they could just say, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Why? Because then you will realize that the creation and the creator are not separate. Hu emanated from the Hawaiian, which means God, and man, or saying mana, means mind. We are literally in a collective dream. I am clothed in imagination. We are experiencing each other in a brief moment in time. There is no tomorrow. That's a mystery. Yesterday was history. Today is a gift. That's my story. That's your story. That's why they call it the present. You can create your story. You can become the author of your life. You become the narrator of your life. You can become the main character, because you're not a bit player to your story. This is your story. But this is not to be solipsistic. This is not to say it's only me and everyone else is a figment of my imagination. No. Don't be arrogant here. Don't be narcissistic. Don't be egocentric. Ego meaning edging God out. Right? Be conscious of your decisions and allow your Atman to guide you. Allow yourself to guide you, right? Going into the Japanese proverb, they said that everyone has three selves. Or three personas, three masks. Who you are by yourself, who you are with your friends and family, and who you are in public. And we have two self-images, an external self-image and an eternal self-image. Because imagination, which emanates from the Latin imaginare, which means image of oneself. So how we see ourselves in our mind is not how we see ourselves in person. How I see myself in my mind is not how I see myself on this video that I'm making right now. Because I can see my own reflection. You guys can't. You guys can see me, of course, but I'm looking at my reflection. I'm really talking to myself right now. But I'm making this video for the world. I'm making this to add value to the world. Why? Because money earned is a byproduct of value creation. Money is a reward received for a service rendered. So if I can help educate the population on how to become more prosperous, I will become more prosperous. Why? Because those who contribute to prosperity become prosperous. In other words, as Jesus said, those who give shall receive, and when they receive, they shall receive abundance. Those who do not give, even what they have shall be taken. In other words, the rich get rich and the poor get poor. But it's all a mindset. Set emanating from the Egyptian god Set, or Seth, is the god of chaos, god of disorder, god of all these things. Right? When your mind is set to poverty, you will become poor. When your mind is set to prosperity, you become prosperous. If you think that hard work and honesty alone will get you rich, perish that thought, because that's not true. If hard work were the result of riches, then construction workers would be rich. If knowledge was power, then librarians would be rich, right? If honesty was a way of getting rich, then every lawyer and judge will be rich. But that's not the case. Riches come in response to a definite demand based upon definite principles, not by chance or luck. And luck, if it is by luck, luck is the offspring of preparation meeting opportunity. We must understand this. We have the power to change our future. The most valuable asset to a millionaire is the wealth. Why? Because you can't go make money if your limbs falling apart. The most valuable commodity that I know of is information. Right? The most valuable form of currency is attention, not money. Money is a currency, but it is not the most valuable. If anything, it's actually the least valuable. Attention, going into the law of attraction. But before you attract what you want, you have to know how to vibrate. You have to magnetize yourself to what you want. How do you do that? You just serve, give value, give. Because the point of living is giving. Right? In order to change, the only way you can change your self-image is by changing your attitude, changing your beliefs, challenging your beliefs. Changing your attitude, challenging your beliefs, and altering your paradigm. Right? Once you change your attitude, you then change your beliefs. And when you change your belief, you shift your paradigm either to negative or positive. Right? Magic with a K is moving in accordance to the will. Right? So you have to figure out what corresponds to your life and how can you align yourself with the thing that you want in life? Because all things align. All things align. There are no accidents or coincidences. Right? All things align and everything happens for a reason. So understand this. You matter. How do I know? Because you are energy. Energy is not something you get. How did he get all that energy? How did he do that? No, he didn't get the energy. He is energy. She is energy. They are energy. We are energy. We release energy. There is a power that flows to us and through us. Now you see this eye of Ra? The very top part is thought. The eye means sight. This part right here means touch. The front is smell. This tongue part, this part right here is taste. And the back part is hearing. Those are 6 senses. And our 7th sense is consciousness. But it is blocked by earthly attachment, which is ego. Your consciousness is blocked by ego. So if you don't know how to confront your ego, go in the mirror and ask yourself, am I really proud of the results I'm getting today? And if you are not, the only way you're going to be able to change your future is if you're willing and able to alter your paradigm, to change your paradigm. What is a paradigm? A paradigm is a multitude of fixed ideas, commonly known as habits. A multitude of habits is what we call a paradigm, right? The secret to your future is hidden in your daily routine. Understand this. Our body is a molecular structure that functions on frequency. It's literally a mass of energy, right? And your frequency is what you frequently see. So we must understand that when you pay attention to the repetition in your life, it will reveal a pattern to you. And therefore, the universe is communicating with you. And when you see synchronicity, when you notice synchronicity, that is the universe communicating to you that you are on the right path. Know thyself, temet no si. Don't believe anything I'm saying. Research it. Because I don't know anything. The only reason why I'm the wisest man that I know is because I know nothing. I know nothing. I am a fool. But a fool that persists in their folly will become wise. With that being said, again, know yourself. It all begins on the search for self. And in a person's search for meaning, you will then realize that meaning is something that you create. Purpose is something that you just discover. And reason, our inductive factor, that is how we think. And once you know your why, that is much more important than money, sex, or any materialistic thing on this planet. When you know why you wake up every single day. When you have a reason to live, that's much more important than anything. Of course, you got to have discipline, but now we're talking about lifestyle. This is a lifestyle for me. I love what I do. Why? Because I know I help people cross the abyss over to enlightenment. And I enkindle people's kundalinis to evoke their consciousness. In other words, I'm in the business of inspiration. And I call upon everyone's highest self when they are around me. I have unlocked the opulence of the universe to allow the grandiose of wealth and prosperity to perpetually flow onto me. My life is a pure miracle, and there's no other word to describe it. And I'm so happy and grateful to realize that. I am so happy and grateful that I have the awareness of discernment to know when I am doing something good and when I am doing something bad. I transcended greed when I realized that excitement and anxiety come from the same energy. But it's how we interpret those emotions which governs our life. I love you guys. I love myself. I love myself. That's how I know I love you guys. Because if I really did love myself, I wouldn't be here. I have an option to kill myself, but I chose not to. Why? Curiosity. Now that may sound a little crazy to some people, but curiosity. I let curiosity be the passenger, but I let love guide me. I let love be the driver. You know what I'm saying? Right? Love is going to be the driver. Curiosity just a passenger. Integrity sits in the back seat. Right? And discipline is always making out with care. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that we are the power. We are the ones. We are the most important things. Money is not important. We are important. Because money is a byproduct of the value creation. It is a reward received for a service rendered. Literally, the money that you earn will be in exact ratio with the need for what you do, demand, your ability to do it, supply, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. So we have to understand the only thing we need to focus on is our ability to do it. Because that's how you cut through the noise. And when you can cut through the noise, well, they could say, it feels so good to be alive, baby. Why? Because when you cut through the noise, the universe conspires to work for you, because the universe only reveals the secrets to those who dare to follow their heart. Shout out to Ralph Smart. Right? As soon as you make a decision, the universe will conspire to work for you. You were born rich. You were born free. You may lack a little bit of money, but you were born rich. You were born free. Talent emanated from the Latin talentum, which means the sum of money. You were born rich. You were born rich in potential. You must understand the true meaning of education. Education emanated from the Latin educare and educo. Educare meaning to lay out or to bring out. And educo means to induce, develop, or to draw from within. We have deep reservoirs of intelligence. And when you learn how to lead yourself out of ignorance, then you can bring others out of ignorance, out of the shadows, out of the mist, through the noise. Right? It all starts with the search for self. But with that being said, I'm going to hop off here. Y'all stay healthy. Drink water. And remember that you matter. Peace.